What's going on, dudes and ladies and dudes? JD here again for another episode of JD Plays. Dun 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 dun. Project Ozone 3. I'm dying. I'm starving. We've got pizza. Yeah, let's have some pizza. How have you guys been? It's been a bit. I think we're on episode like 5 or 6 or something. I'm not sure. But we are making the progresses. I've done a little bit more, not much, but a little bit more around the base, right? And we're going to talk about some of that stuff today. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. If you are enjoying the series, don't be afraid to hit that like button. If you're feeling super generous, hit that sub button. Don't forget you can also follow me on the other social media platforms you see on the right-hand side of the screen. And of course, you can always swing by Twitch and hang out with me as I live stream, as I do live stream most of this content. And in fact, I'm live streaming right now. That being said, enough self-plugs. Let's get going on today's episode, shall we? All right. Okay. So, what I want you guys to take a look at first is right down here. So we set this up to run my water wheels, right? And as a direct result, we have a lot of water flowing. And because of that, we have squids that are spawning. And so I was like, you know what? I need ink sacs. Let's take advantage of these squids. So I did that by putting a absorption hopper and a bag opener and a chest down here. And it's kind of some beautiful stuff. I've already emptied this several times, and you know it's really nice. Now the problem with it is when I start getting zapped by guardians like this, they can knock me off the platform if I don't have all my stuff ready to go. And I am producing insane amounts of ink sacs. Sorry about that. Had to let my son in the door. Anyway, but I'm also producing other things as well. I'm producing lots of these Guardian shards, Prismarine shards. I'm producing Guardian scales. We're getting some fish. We're getting some experience. And I'm just kind of making separate stacks of these so that we don't just stack up non-stop ink sacs. Okay? Now, what I'm going to be doing soon is I'm going to hopefully set up some sponges down here. And those sponges are hopefully going to absorb the water, killing the Guardians a little easier. This is just kind of a passive form of loot, but we can come in here, grab bags like this guy. And then we can just take this back over to our other bags. Eventually what I'll do is I'll set up a ender chest here, and it will teleport the goods for me remotely. So let's get back up top. I'm not wearing my jetpack at the moment. It is being recharged. I'm up the wall of water here. And eventually I'll probably also look at putting like some teleporters on right here or something. All right, so I used an overgrowth seed right here and created some enchanted soil. I don't know why, but I did. And I still got my crops going right there. Right here we have created an infinite water source. So this is pretty easy to do. Infinite. It just takes a couple of buckets of water, a diamond, and some glass. So as soon as you can get to that, it's really nice to use. And what we're using that for is I have it being piped directly into a barrel here. And I have a hopper hooked up here and a hopper below, so we can put dust in there, and below we will get blocks of clay. So we've got plenty of clay on hand now, right? And that's excellent. Back here, I've gone ahead and I've set up a compacting drawer with our cobblestone generator feeding into it so we can make massive amounts of cobble. But at the same time, that's still pulling out regular cobblestone and pumping it into here to create our lava that's powering all of our magmatic generators. So that's our current power system, right? And I have been doing a lot with netherrack. Sieving a lot of netherrack. So we're getting tons of titanium and mithril, tungsten, iridium, things like that. And I'm just kind of manually moving it over here because I haven't wanted to change over. What in the world? Why is there a zombie here? I don't even know how a zombie spawned here. That's kind of scary. Is there a zombie below me? Is that what's going on? Hold on, we've got to go have a look at this. There is a zombie down here. How does this happen? Nope. I'm not sure how a zombie got spawned right here, but he's gonna die. Goodbye, friend. He gave us some boots. All right, speaking of that, killing mobs and getting armor, right? The nefarious deed. I have updated our loot management over on the yield mob trap, so we're now collecting lots of mob XP. And if you look, we've now got an anti-barrel set up. And what that does for us, if we look in here, what our chest right here, It's usually staying empty unless something comes in here and clogs it. Most of the items that are in here now have a spot on the wall. So we're pumping them out of here. They go into the drawer controller first. Items that will fit into the bag storage are being filtered from that flat item transfer node right there. And so we're still pulling bags in here. I can bring the bags from downstairs up here and stick them in there as well. And then anything that doesn't go into these slots gets pumped into the anti-barrel. And the anti-barrel is holding tons of armor. It'll hold up to 10,000 armor. We're going to put a void upgrade on there later so that after we hit 10,000 items, the rest just get voided. But the cool thing is like if I come across any kind of diamond stuff, you know, we can grab it and we can do stuff with it. There are a few bags, it looks like, that have snuck into here. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's easy to correct those. We can just pump them right back into here. Okay. I may look at putting the bag storage filter, copying it, and putting a filter here that says bags are blacklisted from entering that. Won't be hard to do, but right now, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not hard for me to come in here and say, oh, look, I've got some bags. Let's grab these out right quick. 3, there we go. So bags are cleaned up, right? Not hard. All right, so that's kind of the changes that I've done so far. I did move my fans around a bit. So these fans up here, I spread them out a bit more, gave them their own levers, making this platform a bit more expandable now if I want to add more. They do have complete coverage of the platform now, which is allowing me to kill a lot more mobs. I also went ahead and put 2 additional fans that I had left over right here just to kind of force mobs down the track a little faster. They're going to go no matter what, but you know, I had the fan, so I figured why not. That's where we are. That's what we've gotten done. What do we want to get done? Well, I keep talking about needing a magma crucible, so I've set everything up today to go ahead and get a magma crucible knocked out. That just takes some nether brick, machine frame, some hardened glass, which if you don't remember, hardened glass, I made it in the induction smelter using lead ore and crushed obsidian. There's my magma crucible. We're going to go ahead and with that, we're going to get a fluid transposer, which takes some glass and a bucket. These two are kind of, got to have them both, okay? We're going to set these boys and girls down right here. And I went ahead and created the Culinary Generator, which runs off of food, right? So if I cooked up a whole bunch of apples, whatever, like right here, these s'mores, I can see that these make 64 RF a tick. We can make those with some graham cracker, some milk chocolate, and some marshmallow. Graham cracker, we can get that by, in a pressurizer, putting flour in there, okay? And the marshmallow and like the milk chocolate, we get these out of loot bags a lot. Or we could make molten milk chocolate. How do we get this? I've never even looked at this. We just melt it? Okay. Wow, that's interesting. I don't know if there's any other way to... Is there another way to get milk chocolate besides loot bags? That's interesting. I don't know. Anyway, milk chocolate itself gives 32 RF a tick. So, you know, there are various other foods we have laying around the base that we could use for powering that guy. But yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. I've got a generator now that runs off of food. So awesome. And the cool thing about it to me is, let's say I take something like these apples and I throw them in here to cook up. I'm using apples to both produce dirt, but one of these guys, which, you know, is really pretty cheap to make for me, that's worth 64 RF a tick. That's better than these magmatic dynamos until I start upgrading them. So that's nice. And all we needed to do to get a culinary generator was take our original furnace generator. So furnace generator right here. All right, that's easy to make. We use that. And we can make a culinary generator. I just took some wheat and then almost any protein right there will work with it. You can also turn that into a potion generator, an explosive generator. Potions are pretty easy to make, so you might want to look at automating potions. We could have also turned that into a magmatic generator, right? I don't know what the RF on that is, but I already had all the magmatic dynamos, so I just stuck with that for now. Okay. This guy is recharging. He's almost full, and then we'll get our jetpack back. Remember, we did go straight for a reinforced flux capacitor, and we are sitting on a hardened jetpack. But just like with the lead jetpack, they're doing pretty shitty, just to be honest. Still producing string and all that good stuff. Now, I have begun making a whole bunch of porcelain clay, okay? Reason for this is this set of quests right here. We need to make a porcelain melter, a porcelain tank, porcelain faucet, porcelain casting base, and porcelain casting table. To make these, we are going to need some porcelain brick. So I'm just going to shove that in there, pull these guys out. We'll put these guys back into here right quick. And I have been trying to use my storage a bit better. These guys all have emerald upgrades on them now. We can see right here, which means they can now hold 256 stacks in each slot. That's where I've got most of my ingots right here. We've begun getting a bunch of these gems out of the sieving the netherrack, which is awesome. And I still have a couple of emerald upgrades left over. I've also made some pulsating iron nuggets. And the reason for making that is I am getting ready to make our first little bit of conduit, item conduit. And for that, we will need some gravel, sand. Put that there. Let's get some gravel right quick. So I think we should have plenty right here to grab a stack out. There we go. I don't know why I'm still carrying around these boots. Toss them over the ledge. Up in the sky. I don't know what those things are still. I need to figure it out, guys. Needs to know. Okay, we'll come back to my marker. There's my marker. Let's pull out ye old wand. Boom. Boom. Okay, that's got that taken care of. Pull out ye old hammer and let's make gravel. Huzzah, we've got gravel. Okay. Now this chest at the very top, or that, I shouldn't say chest, I should say drawer at the very top, is empty. I've moved all of the contents of that drawer out. So we're going to actually reclaim that drawer and put it to good use again. Where do we want to put it? Let's put it right here. Okay, let's go ahead and lock our drawers back up. Now, it's nice that we have the lock on it, but I'd like to see the value of the items we have. That's where this is going to come in handy. The fact that we have just tons of ink sacks available to us now. We use those to make the ink and quill or whatever. Book and quill. I can't remember what it's called. But I think we're going to need a feather for that, right? Let me see. Use this with this. Yeah, we need a feather and a book. These mobs are loud. I'm sorry. Oh, you can't hear them, can you? Listen how loud these guys are. This would be a great spot for us to use one of those mufflers we have, right? I think I'll do that soon. I'm so fast after eating sugar. Okay, we got some pages right there. We got some leather right there. That's great. Make a book. Boom. Okay, a book, a feather, and an ink sac gives us a book and quill, and we do that with one of these keys, and we get a quantify key. And if we take the quantify key and hit this, now we can see the numbers. That's what I'm after. I want to see numbers. I want to do the same thing out here. We can get at a quick glance, see the number of items we're sitting on out here. There we go. All right, ender pearls, all that good stuff is growing. This is clogged. Sometimes this will get clogged, so we got to check it. Do I not have a spot? Oh, look, zombie flesh is full. We have 512 zombie flesh sitting here. That's 8 stacks. So we need to increase the size of this now. Azog walked on... Ooh, I just killed a name. I didn't even know there were names. That's rather awesome. I think I do remember there being names, but... It's killed one. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and up the quantity on that. That can now hold 256 stacks, which is good because these are some of the most common items for us, which is awesome. Okay, and that should get everything moving through here again. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Look right here. This diamond axe. That's awesome. These diamond booties. Let's just go ahead and... I want to steal these. We'll just do this. Put this in there, and let me have those diamond booties. All right, so I'm not sure... Cover me with diamonds. Nice. I'm not sure if these can be crushed down in the pulverizer the same way. Yes, they can. So we can get diamonds out of these. That's great. So both this axe, which has sharpness 3, and these boots, which have fire protection 3, can be taken, popped into the pulverizer, and we get rewarded with lay free diamonds. That I'm about. I'm about that life. All right. This guy in there. That guy. Let's throw these into here and here. And then we'll come back over here. We should have gotten some porcelain clay cooked by now. We did. We're going to need some more fuel for the fire. So I'll toss that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll give me a full stack. Boom. That'll finish up those apples. The apples I'm kind of just using to run more power through this machine for right now, so that's fine. Now what we did get done with, we can go ahead and start making use of. I know we need a faucet. I know that we need a casting table. I think it's going to make me do a casting basin. It is. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a casting basin. Okay, I think we need to cook some glass. Okay, let's go ahead and put this right there. Put that in there, and let's cook up some glass. That'll work. And then I think we need to do, I think you make a tank like that. Yep, there's our porcelain tank. I know we need one of those. And then we're going to need glass for this next part, but I can't remember. We're going to try this. I think we can do something like this, because glass is easy to make, right? And then I think we can come around, below, above, and around. There we go. And this should be the last piece that we need, if I remember right. We're about to find out. Okay, so let's take that, drop that out. And we need this guy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's all of it. Cool. So that gives us our porcelain casting table, right? We don't really want to use this for very long. All we're really trying to use this for is to get to our actual casting setup using Tink's construct. So we'll put the tank down there. We'll put the smelter on top of the tank right there. And then we'll set up our faucet on the side of the smelter and our casting table right here. Now we're going to need a little bit of lava. I don't need any water, so we'll take and dump the water off here. Grab ourselves a bucket of lava. Toss that into there. No! Almost burned down my whole base. What? There we go. That was kind of scary. And I may not need all of that. If I don't, that's great. You know, who cares? We made a bunch of gravel. What do I do with all that gravel? It's still in my inventory. Okay, that's fine. Let's take and put this guy in here. We're going to set these guys to the side for now. We're going to open up this gravel as much as we can. Put them in there. Get a little bit more. I'll find a spot on the wall for this in a minute. Put all this over here. Cleaning it all up. Let's grab some sand. Okay, and what we want to make with this is grout. Good old Tinker's Construct grout, right? Bam. Come on. Go. Let's just do a stack of it for now. It's cheap, it's easy. We'll do some more later maybe. What we're going to do is we're going to put this grout in here and it's going to begin... Oh, wait, you don't want to do that yet. That would have been a mistake. What we want to do before we do that is we want to grab a couple of bars of gold, drop them in here to melt. And then we need a bar of some kind. Doesn't really matter which bar we use. I've got plenty of gold from sieving all that netherrack, so we'll just use a golden bar as well. And all we're going to do is pour a ingot cast right here. And now we can start melting down all this grout. Now before we go too ham on that, let's go ahead and get ourselves a hopper. Set this guy up. There we go. And just drop our grout in there. And then the other thing that I want to make is a redstone clock. All right. So a clock. This is the one I want. We need a redstone torch, some stone, and 4 more pieces of redstone. Okay. So we need 5 pieces of redstone. No problemo. And then we need 1. Nope, that's not what I want. That's clay. Okay, take this, stick it right here. Pull this right here in. There we go. And we just want this to be sitting just off to the side of this. So right there is fine. What that's going to do is that's going to cause this to tick over and over and over again, which causes the ingot to pour. Okay. So we're automating this, right? That's the idea. I don't want us to have to sit here and pour each individual block of that seared stone out. And I'll be able to transition whatever system I use from this to the new smeltery in a bit. So now this guy's catching all my ingots for me. That guy's pouring them for me. I can come back and check on that in a few minutes. Awesome. All right, that's going to knock out this guy, and that guy. Let's go ahead and claim up our rack for this. Okay, we'll put this away right here. All right, so container. Nope, canister. Yeah, here we go. I would like to start making some of these guys. I've got the hearts. I think I've got the bones. The canisters are easy. What do I need for relic apples? Emeralds and diamonds. All right, diamonds I'm all out of. Other than what we got right here. We got 3, and we got some emeralds right here. That's mostly from crushing that stuff down just a moment ago, right? And this guy, I don't think he's where he's supposed to be. That's kind of where my emeralds go, I think. So what do we want to switch around here? Let me think about this. Let's do this. Unlock this. Nope, put that back. Wrong key. Let's unlock this and unlock this. Okay. Let's pull these guys out. These are candies, right? Yeah, these are edible. Can these be used? Oh, they can. Great. We'll use you for fuel. Oh, gosh. I think I just hung up my client. If I did, that'll be terrible. It'll be 10 minutes before we can get back into the game. All from shift-clicking something inappropriately. That's one thing I don't like about this pack, is there's still a lot of bugginess and crashiness to it. If that's the case, we'll just call this a short video. We got a little bit done, but it's the curse of the crash monster. Do. Maybe rip. It may be rip. Looking like it's rip. Alright, well, there's not much I can do about that. Unfortunately, games dying are a little bit beyond my control. That being said, hope you enjoyed this one. I know it didn't quite end the way we would like it to, but yeah. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. I'm sorry that the client died. I'll be back and I'll have it fixed soon for the next one. If you didn't enjoy it, I understand. I wouldn't blame you. Hit that thumbs down then. Either way, sub. Come on, be nice and sub. You saw my game crash. Help me out, sub. You guys know where to find me on social media. It's on the right-hand side of the page. I'll see you guys next time. Y'all take it easy. Laters.